Good morning, folks. Kind of an overcast day here today. We are home today, taking the day off. I do have to take and build something today. I'll take and show it to you later. Right now, I've got to check the batteries because it's overcast. I want to make sure everything's good on our solar systems. Being off grid is work. It's maintenance. It's keeping up with it. Okay, guys, I got everything fed, and I'm gonna take and get on this build today and just give you a little backstory. Where we're doing a project at right now, it's really hard to get in and out of it. And it's not because it's super steep, and it's not because it's super rocky. It's because it's super sandy. I even almost got the four-wheeler here stuck. And packing posts is not something you want to be doing when it's 100 degrees outside down a sandy fence line. It wears you out pretty quick. So let me take, and I don't know if you guys remember the sled that I made. Let's take a look at it. So here's the sled. It is wore through and cracked. I don't know if you guys can see this or not. See which side was cracked. One of these sides is cracked pretty good. Right here. See that? It held up pretty good. One of the problems I had was the front is turned down, which I don't know why you would do that on a sled. I put that metal bar on there to give it some rigidity, which I'm glad I did, because it really helped it. But the sled would actually turn under right here. This would actually fold under. It actually bent right here and would fold under, as you can see right in there. I've got to come up with something that I can haul T-posts on that won't get buried in the sand, that I can drag behind this four-wheeler. And years ago, I built several sleds. My first one, I think I built it when I was like 11 or 12. It didn't work out too well. I was using it with a horse and actually pulled the front out of it because I didn't understand building and that sort of thing. And I built several. I built some dog sleds, built some things. So what I'm going to take and build today is going to be a cross between a Go Devil and a sled. And if you don't know what a Go Devil is basically a miniature sled that you put the butt end of a log on and drag the log. And you can use a horse, four-wheeler, tractor, whatever, and it keeps the log from biting into the ground. So I'm going to make a hybrid sled. I've got to go down here and get all the pieces together, and I'm going to take you guys along, show you how I do it. And then once we put it together, then I'll take and I'll use it, and you see how it works. What I'm needing for this thing is some about 2.5 foot boards that I'm going to use as runners. So I'm going to load these up and think these are going to work great. And then I need some cross members. Ideally, I would use a 2x12, but these are really split and I don't think that they would hold up. These 2x8s I think are going to work really good for me. It needs to be high enough up off of the ground to not work like a drag. So if it was right on the ground, it would be catching a lot of sand. So these runners are 8 inches tall, and I think that's going to get us enough clearance. And I still might bottom out from time to time because the sand is just so thick. Got my hardware. I got everything loaded on the truck. And now we're just going to go put it together. And I'm not going by any plans. All the plans are in my head. I just think about things, and then I try to bring them to fruition. Sometimes they work out, sometimes they don't. But I think this is going to work out really well. And We'll see how it goes. It's a nice overcast day, no sun. Makes solar a challenge, but it makes working outside really nice. Alrighty folks, I'm gonna start with the runners, and I don't know how much of this I'm gonna be talking through because we're gonna be running the generator, run the saw. The wind's blowing, and it's sprinkling a little bit of rain, but rain never took and hurt anybody. So I'm gonna cut my runners to length, and I'm gonna fashion them, and then I may have to do some voiceover, throw some music in there, but you guys will see the process. Okay, so I got the runners made, and I've got to make it as strong as I can. So I'm going to use this angle iron to reinforce my runners so that it's stronger. T-posts, the kind I use, they're 125s, and what that means is it's a pound and a quarter for every foot. That's what it means when you look at T-posts, whether they're 125s, 133s, 150s. Our 6-foot T-post weighs a little over 7 pounds, thereabouts. I'm designing this to carry 20 T-posts. This is the first set of runners, and I intentionally put the cross member back farther, almost in the center of where the upward part of the runner starts, so that it'll have a little tilt. This one will be fixed. This is the rear runner. I do have to put a rack on there, and I'm going to put a rack on the front, but I really want it to tilt is what I'm trying to do. So when it comes up against something, it'll kind of tilt, so I kind of put the weight distribution towards the back. I hope that makes sense. If I had put it right in the middle, it kind of would have been balanced, and this would kind of dig in. I want it to kind of flex a little bit. I'm going to use this piece of angle iron. I'm going to cut it up, and I'm going to put it underneath here and here and bolt it so that it's got a little bit more rigidity, and it'll help hold the weight and help it from going like this. So I've got one more of these to make, and then we'll put the angle iron on and get this thing put together. Here we go. I don't know how long it's going to be yet, but this is how it's going to be set up. I've got to cut my angle iron, get it attached and bolted up, and get it to where I can mount it to the body, which is going to be a 4x4. The recessing, kerf cutting, recessing in there gives it some rigidity. Those are like 6. Some of them are 6. Some of them are 8-inch timber locks. That right there would probably be enough, but I don't want to get over there and it come apart on me or break or get in a bind. It's coming together. It's always fun to have a concept, and I built wagons, I built sleds, I've rehabbed wagons in the past, but when you take and you dream up something, you know, in your head, and you go to make it, it's fun to see it come to fruition. Don't do dumb stuff. Clamp it next time. All right, got the front runners done. I've just got to add these to this one, and I believe that's going to keep it from tweaking and offsetting the bolts. Kind of spread it out there, made it where I could get those tight. Again, we have the silicone or Teflon nuts, however you want to call them, lock nuts. And I think this will hold really well. And it only being 2 feet wide, I don't think it's going to go nowhere. And it's really not that heavy. This pine's pretty light. Got one more to make, and then we'll start attaching the body. Okay, I've got it mocked up here, guys. This is going to be my frame for a couple of standards that go up about 16 inches that I can stack the posts in between. This will all be attached solid on the back. There's no reason for it to pivot. And I want this one right in front of or behind these. We'll be hauling 6-foot T-posts on here. I will cut this off. It's not going to go all the way up because my pull chain or strap or whatever is going to be pulling this is going to be attached to these runners. And this one's actually going to pivot. So I'm going to have a kingpin in the middle, and it's going to pivot. And that's going to be the only thing holding it. So I want enough in front of it that it's not wallowing it out too bad. And I'm going to leave this loose. And the reason I'm going to leave it loose, I'm not going to tighten it down tight. I've got some big washers that are going to be bushings, but I want it to be loose so that it can rock. And then this one, and this one back here can rock. So as this one goes up over something, I want it to be able to pivot. And when this one is going up over something, I want it to be kind of independent. So this king pin, this king bolt that I'm going to put down in the middle of it is going to act as kind of a cushion. And I'm going to just tighten it up enough to where it's got at least, an inch of play in it. All right, it's coming together. I bolted this whole thing together. There's a 2x4 there across my plate, it's all bolted together. The bolts go through here, here, and all the way down. This is just screwed together. This is just a box that we're gonna put the T-post, even a wood post. I'll haul a wood post on this. I'll just strap it down the front and haul a wood post on it if I need to. I'm building the next box here. This thing's kind of bowed, but if the box sits a little bit cattywampus to that one, it's really not that big of a deal. I'm working with what I got. Some of this wood is really dried out, some of these 2x4s and 2x6s. So I'm fixing to attach this and then cut the standards. And then I have to put my kingpin in. I've got to cut this off right here, get the position of my kingpin, and hook a chain to it. I brought some chains up. I got some straps there that I'm going to hook underneath the bottom. I'm going to screw them in. I got some plumber's banding. I'm going to put about 3 screws in those, and then we can put it across and strap down the posts on there, or anything else we want to haul on it. I mean, at this point you can haul what you want on it, but it's really coming together. All right, so I've got 5 feet between my boxes, my racks, whatever you want to call them. I've got bushings, and this is what I was talking about here. I've got to tighten up the bolt a little bit, but that's going to allow that to move and for this to move up and down. So I am going to tighten the bolt up a little bit, but not much. I've got a silicone nut on there, lock nut, and I'm gonna run it up so far to leave it alone. I may split the bolt and spread it a little bit so it doesn't back off at all, ever. But almost there, guys. Almost there. Got to put the straps on it. Got to put the chain on it. Coming along real nice. What I did here, if you see this, I cut this bolt off. Now I've got a lot of play, and it can waller this out. Ideally, if I had a shim or a piece of pipe that I could stick in this hole, it would probably last a lot longer, and that may be something I do later. I may have to get a bigger bolt. This is what I got, and I got a lot of play here. And if I had this tight, then as I'm pulling, let me go ahead and set it up right. It's pretty solid. It allows this to rock side to side, and it allows for this to move independently and go over top of stuff. A spring would work there. Like I say, I wish I had a pipe, a shim that could go down in the wood and reinforce the wood a little bit, but either way it's going to wallow out. It doesn't really matter. Eventually I'll have to put a bigger bolt, and I may have to put a pipe in there. I may have to put some type of big plate on both sides. That's totally doable. Don't have it right now, but we're that much closer. And right now, I mean, I ain't got straps on there yet, but I'd say it don't weigh more than about 250, 200. Pretty easy. It's going to pivot real nice. It's going to be able to go through the sand. I've got plenty of runner clearance. And like I said before, if this was just a Go Devil, you could make these runners out of 4x6s. You could double or triple these, and you can make it wider. I think this is going to track real good behind the four-wheeler. That's why I went with a 2.5 foot skid. Got a good box on it. I got a T-post over here. I'll show you. There you go. We can strap them on, and these here are not going to get in the way. I can position them there. I'm going to put my straps on the inside right here, and I believe it's going to work really well. Strap it down, It's gonna look real good. I kind of like it, but for going in the sand this winter when this ground is froze, this is gonna work real good too. And if this works, you know, a year or so, is worth the effort. It's definitely gonna save my back. I won't have to pack 5 posts at a time down and then walk all the way back. And it's almost a quarter of a mile. You can't really get in there any other way because the sand is just so deep. And the four-wheeler, like I said, I almost got the four-wheeler stuck. But it's a Go Devil sled. I believe it's gonna work good. All righty, folks. It's done. We got a pull chain. I like the flex it's got here. Got a T-post strapped on there. I never throw away these straps, even though they break. The hooks break off of them. This one may break again, but it'll hold T-posts on there. And it's not like it's going to be on the road. We're not going to be going fast. So. I think it weighs closer to 200 pounds after pulling. So about 350 pounds with the posts. If I have to, I could go down to like 15 and take about 30, 35, 40 pounds off of the load. That four-wheeler is, I don't know what a 300 is rated for. And it's an old four-wheeler, I don't want to kill it. But I don't think it'll have issue with it in low gear and just creep along with it. I think it'll be fine. righty, folks. The little old Go Devil sled's working really good. Way up there's the truck. That's as far as we could go with the truck. And as you can see, I mean, this ground is, see how deep we're going here, working the old four-wheeler. But even hauled this post down. We've got all the T-posts laid out down through here. And you just can't get in here. And you'd have to pack everything by hand otherwise. We've got another place that is worse than this. This place here, I just want to try it out. I think it's going to do fine. I wouldn't haul more than one of those wood posts on there unless I had a bigger rig. If I had a bigger rig, this 300 is just not heavy duty enough to pull that much weight. 20 posts it'll pull, 15's better. I just don't overwork it. It's an old machine. It's a 98 model. So, you know. So, wetting down the old holes. The Go Devil is doing its job. There's a couple of upgrades that I'll probably do to it. This is kind of a prototype. I've got plenty of scrap laying around. I could make another one, no problem. I think I'm gonna make one that's wider for a horse to use around the place. But it is working really well. I'm really pleased with it, and I believe that's gonna be a wrap. It's working. I built it so I can repair it, and I can always upgrade it. With that being said, we're going to take it in this video up right here. Remember to like, share, subscribe, tell your friends about us. If you can, leave a little comment in the section below. It helps with the YouTube algorithm so that we get in front of more people who are interested in off-grid, homesteading, farming, ranching, that sort of thing. And remember, trust in the Lord and do good. Live off the land and enjoy the bounty of it. And we'll see you later.